Aquino from Caroli's gym, ready for the floor exercise.
Betty Aquino is such a beautiful dancer on this event, but also she is a strong tumbler. She opens with a full twisting double back. Nice and solid.
We're watching a relative unknown in the gymnastics circles as far as international competition. She has very little experience on the international level. Born in Africa, then moved to Romania, and came to the United States when she was only 2. She is so graceful.
Betty Aquino was not even a member of the junior team, and she has just taken the senior scene by storm. Here's her second pass, a double pike. Another great job.
When we came to Denver, Christy, all we heard was, look out for the Caroli six-pack. And she is a prominent member of that six-pack.
Like Kim Zmeskal, Betty Aquino is a gymnast with really no weaknesses in the all-around. She finishes with a round-off back handspring double back. Another great performance.
Outstanding dismount by Betty Aquino. You'll be hearing a lot about this young lady in the near future. Look for her to be a possible member of our Olympic team in Barcelona in '92.
Generally, it's a real disadvantage for an athlete to come into a national championship without credential and without a lot of previous experience. But Betty Aquino is so strong and so good and so consistent in the all-around that she's doing well in spite of the odds.
Waiting for the score of Betty Aquino. We move to our leader after the first rotation. Brandy Johnson getting ready for the uneven bars. And there's that 9.675. A nice score, an outstanding one for Betty Aquino. So another solid performance from one of the members of Bella Caroli's gym. And our leader after the first rotation, Brandy Johnson on the uneven bars, where she had problems at the meet in March of the American Cup.
This is the event that started Brandy's demise in the American Cup. And it started with this skill, a reverse hack. Very well done. Now she's changed her routine since the American Cup. She's omitted one of her releases, opted for a nice, safe, clean routine. Full pirouette giant. Oh, she almost didn't make it over there. A double tuck dismount.
So essentially, you feel it was a safe one, but not a spectacular routine.
Basically, Brandy's routine had all of the required moves, and it was well done, but nothing really extraordinary. I think it'll be enough to hold her in the all-around.
So she didn't take any chances on the uneven bars. Let's find out if she maintains her lofty position. With her completion of the second rotation on the uneven bars.
Speaking of lofty positions, Brandy really takes some air on this reverse hack. She has one of the biggest reverse hacks in the competition.
Good form displayed, but as she proceeds through this routine, there are no major flaws, but she's not at the same time taking any chances to gain that extra 1/10 or 2/10 of a point.
That's right, Joel. I think it'll be enough to hold her in her position, but she won't pick up anything. Brandy may be thinking about the last 12 months where she's had some serious problems on this event, both in the American Cup and the World Championships. So she's opting to play it safe. Here's a double tuck dismount, nice and clean, but again, not spectacular.
So Brandy Johnson trying to hold off the challenge of Kim Zmeskal, waiting for her score on the uneven bars. And a 9.5. Well, basically what you would expect from a routine where she played it safe. So there's no doubt Zmeskal has started to close the gap on Brandy Johnson. And another one who's making a charge. Currently in fourth, Erica Stokes, also from Bella Caroli's gym.
Here's Erica Stokes' first pass, a layout pike double back. She was plenty high on that skill, had a little bit of trouble at the landing.
Bella told me Erica reminds him a great deal of Julianne McNamara. Very strong, also very coordinated.
And Erica is similar to Julianne McNamara in that her strong events are the skill events, bars and balance beam. And she has a little bit of trouble on the floor exercise and vaulting. Here's her tumbling pass, 1.5 twist, through to a double twist. Well done.
And like the other members of Bella Caroli's gym, she really knows how to play to the crowd.
That's right, Joel. By the end of this routine, the crowd is always right behind Erica Stokes, and she needs that going into her last pass. Round off back handspring, double back.
Good finish for Erica Stokes.
That was a good job for Erica.
Another strong performance by a member of Bella Caroli's gym. As we have completed now the second rotation. And so many have been talking about the overall dominance of Caroli in the sport in the United States. It truly is continuing after 2 rotations here this afternoon.
This is Erica's middle pass, round off back handspring, 1.5 twist, right into a round off back handspring double twist. She's one of the few gymnasts in this competition to use that combination, and she does it so well.
Just barely staying in bounds. You're on the white. With that back of the foot, it's a 1/10 of a point deduction. As you can see, Erica Stokes is being told at this time by Kim Zmeskal how close she was to losing a 1/10 of a point. 9.55 for Erica Stokes on the floor exercise to enhance her position. And when you look at the top 5, Brandy Johnson's lead has been trimmed down now to only 5/100ths of a point. Zmeskal in second, Aquino third, Woolsey fourth, Stokes fifth. 3 of the top 5 are from Bella Caroli's gym. We'll be right back to Denver. Gymnastics Championships, the youngest competitor just turned 13 this past March. Shannon Miller currently 6th after 2 rotations.
And Shannon Miller is not much taller than the vaulting horse. She can do a really big vault. That was a beautiful layout full. Very well done. A little hop on the landing. She is going to be right in there for 92.
Extremely smooth. And she discusses things with her coach from Edmond, Oklahoma, Steve Nuno. And it really looks like the timetable could be a perfect one when you talk about 92 for someone like Shannon Miller.
Shannon Miller is a part of the youth movement, along with Kim Zmeskal, Erica Stokes and company. Here's her vault. Nice layout full, good clean vault, and she really gets some nice distance on that vault.
So Shannon Miller with a 9.675. Good score to start off with for Shannon Miller on her 3rd rotation. Now, as we talk about Shannon Miller in the timetable for Barcelona in 92, we look across the way to Sandy Woolsey. She gets ready for her mount of the balance beam, currently 4th. And as solid as she has been over the last couple of years, you wonder if maybe a performer like Sandy is getting caught in the middle, maybe peaking a little bit too early for Barcelona in 92 because of the youth movement.
Sandy finds herself as one of the veterans in this competition. She was a member of our World Championship team, moving from 25th in 1988 to 3rd in 1989.
What a thrill it's got to be for Sandy Woolsey to come home. Just a few years ago, she moved away to join the Desert Devils of Stormy Eaton down in Scottsdale, Arizona, but she grew up right here in Denver.
And Sandy really wants to put on a good show for her hometown crowd. Here's Sandy's combination. 2 back handsprings to a layout pike back. And she's on, but it's not really that sharp.
Sandy was rolling right along at the American Cup in March just 4 months ago, and she looked like she was on her way to the top 3. But this is where she had her problems, especially on the dismount of the balance beam.
That's right, Joel. In fact, Sandy's changed her dismount, opted for a safe dismount, the same one that Kim Zmeskal uses, a round-off double back. And it was a nice, clean cost her 2 tenths.
She is so consistent and reliable that you always just count on Sandy Woolsey to come through. She's done it before for the U.S. national side, the World Championships, and now competing, trying to make the U.S. national team in Denver, Colorado this weekend. We just saw the 9.675 on the vault for Shannon Miller. Currently in third position, Betty Aquino with her first attempt on the vault.
A layout full. Betty uses the same vault Shannon Miller used, and this is the event where Betty has probably shown the most improvement. That was a great job. Nice high, little hop on the landing.
Bella has said that just over the last year, it's been a rapid rise for Betty Aquino.
Look at how aggressively she goes at this run. Strong round off onto the board, a big push, and beautiful form in the air. Just a little hop on the landing, that may be the mark of immaturity.
Betty Aquino accepting congratulations from her teammates, and that's got to be tough. They are teammates, they work out every day together. But at the same time, they're fierce competitors going up against each other. And a 9.7 on the vault for Elizabeth Betty Aquino. Sandy Woolsey, we just saw her on the balance beam. She came up with a 9.65 to maintain her position in the top 5. Now the pressure mounts. Randy Johnson, our current leader, by only 5/100ths of a point, gets ready for the balance beam. By far the most difficult apparatus.
Balance beam is a real pressure event, and Brandy is under pressure here to do a good job. The margin for error in this event is so small, with the tiniest mistake, and you could be off. Now she's off to a little bit of a shaky start, and she still has her most difficult elements coming up. Here's her combination. 2 back handsprings to a layout step out.
Problems for Brandy Johnson.
She is just off the beam. She just couldn't stay on. That second flip-flop was totally out of alignment.
And that is an automatic deduction of 1/2 a point.
That
Incredible.
That's a devastating miss for Brandy. You know, it's a shame when you give it away like that.
She has been the leader throughout the competition, and now on the second to last rotation, it begins to crumble.
Brandy still has a difficult element coming up. Front flip, that was nice and solid.
The degree of difficulty of that front flip seemed even more extreme than the one where she fell off.
That's right, Joel. You know, Brandy's had that combination, 2 back handsprings to a layout, for years now. It's never been a problem. That's a really unfortunate mistake. Here's her dismount. Nice, but she just won't be able to overcome that disastrous fall in the layout.
Well, Brandy Johnson has done everything that has been required of her so far until she got to the balance beam.
Okay. All right. Soft a little bit on it. Okay, now we get ready for floor. Okay, that's all that matters now. Let's get ready for floor. Okay, let's do it. Come on.
Her coach, Kevin Brown, trying to be as positive as possible. But now, her opportunity to win back-to-back championships may have just slipped away.
We'll see what went wrong here. First back handspring is on. Second back handspring looks okay. And she goes for the layout, and she just goes crooked. She throws it a little crooked. And before she knows it, she's on the floor. Another look at that combination. She looks okay. She sets up 2 back handsprings right into the layout. She's done the hard part. She looks like she has it. And she is just off. That is so surprising. You know, I've seen Brandy Johnson do that combination so many times. She should be able to do it in her sleep.